What's up everyone, it's Trainer down this video for you. I have the top 5 Yugioh decks that I would keep in my collection if I were to become a minimalist and just get rid of everything else, because I recently saw that I had like 8 playsets of Ash Blossoms and I definitely don't need that many. One cool thing is that there's Master Duel, so like you only need 1 playset. So a lot of new players who get into Yu-Gi-Oh, I have highly recommended Master Duel to start off, play that way. And if then you're interested in playing physical, that's cool, because there's nothing, it feels so much better to just shuffle up with friends and like play right then and there, go to local support places, have fun in person. I'm a proponent of that easily. Sadly, I had to make 3 rules for myself for this list to help narrow it down. So 1 are decks that I would support, or I would get the new support for if it ever came out. 2 would be that I would actually play it at a locals, although 1 deck is like fringe on that. And the 3rd thing is no past formats. So sorry GOAT, sorry Edison, and then sorry, or even like other formats like our anime decks or our academy decks. I'm gonna have to put those on the shelf, like not choose those. And man, it is such a hard thing because I love the Noble Knights, and Noble Knights are sadly not on this list. Dark Magician, the Dark Magician deck, it was so hard to not add that. So yeah, we're just gonna go with the list. So yeah, let's go right for it. So I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna do the list in alphabetical order. I think that's fine. And I'm gonna start off with the deck that's right here, my Amazonas deck. I think it's a very simple deck. It's my fusion based deck, my warrior deck right now. A little actually better on Master Duel because there's still Isolde, but I still think it does what it needs to do. It's like kind of like an OTK. It has some weird like plays, that weird forms of interruption with the trap card, or even like the pendulum monsters. But it's all about just bringing out big Augusta and have her be huge and just attacking twice or all your opponent's monsters and just winning that way. So yeah, that's a very simple deck that I love to play and I love shuffling up, so that has to be on the list. Next up on the list is the Evil Eyes. I think they're my most modern deck in the sense of like their play style. I feel like they're an updated version of what like my Noble Knights used to do, like protect the king in a sense, but also with, you know, some negate plays, equip based strategy, and can just do a lot of stuff. It's not all about like just the negates. It's the fact that it's really cool interruptions, and I've said this before on like the Master Duel games where I love the Evil Eyes because it feels like I have to play smart and hit the choke points and stuff like that. So it's like learning my opponent's decks and things like that. So Evil Eye definitely gonna stick around. Reminds me of Bon Mito again. I've said this before. Bon Mito being one of my favorite manga characters and anime characters. So yeah, definitely my Evil Eyes are sticking around. The next deck on this list is my one that I say is more fringe and everything. I am interested in the new Malice archetype, so that might take the place of this. But for right now, I would have to choose my Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys deck. The Nephthys archetype is not great, but if it did get support, then 100% I would definitely get it. And I do have fun with this deck. It is definitely like a going second, like just blind go second, and maybe I need to add more blind cards into there just to like wreck boards, break boards, and stuff like that. But I still have a lot of fun with it, and I really enjoy the archetype. So Sacred Phoenix and the Nephthys archetype still there. Next deck, no surprise, it's kind of been chilling right here in the background, is my Shining Sarcophagus deck, which is the shiny versions, shiny retrains of some Yugi monsters that he used during his battle with the Pharaoh. And really cool. And then obviously they added Dark Magician, so it's really cool that it's like modern design in a sense on some classic cards, and almost more with the anime effects with some of the cards, like they're more like them, and I like that a lot. I think the deck hits that sweet spot of where I like to play, where it's not too strong but still pretty good and playable, and can just do things, you know. Depending on how you want to build it, you can go more banish route, you can go more control. There's just different ways to play the deck, and I'm more of a pure builder and how I like to run my engines. So, and even at that point, it's still really good in the pure because there's so much searchability, so much playability, and I like it so much. And I can't wait to see if they add more cards, more support for this archetype. I'm really fingers crossed that we get Dark Magician Girl and stuff like that. So yeah, Shining Sarcophagus is definitely a staying in my collection. And for the last deck, man, this was so hard to choose, but you know, in a sense, it was also kind of easy. Like my Time Thief deck, Time Thieves were definitely gonna stay in here. They're like the more modernized version of my Gaga deck, which was like also like an OTK thing, like going second, go OTK, go Burr, Utopia Double, Arc Rebellion, Xyz Jar, stuff like that. Just pretty cool things. And Time Thief Redo are still my favorite Xyz monster right now, surpassing Gaga Cowboy for game, even though we can still run Cowboy in there as well because it's a lot of rank 4 stuff. So it's the Xyz deck that I enjoy playing the most. And yeah, so Time Thieves are definitely going to stay. Let me know what 5 decks you definitely would keep. Maybe what's your top favorite deck of all time. Yeah, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanks so much for watching. All right, peace.